And we're back for Li Long.
Can't not say it that way. Game says it often enough to be sure.
Let's try this again. By the history, a man becomes a soldier. Through the history, a soldier becomes a hero. This is a tale of souls and swords, transcending time, blah, blah, blah. A tale of soul and swords, eternally retold. Except in Soul Calibur 5, where we kind of skip far into the future for no particular reason.
Because we run out of story to use in the previous time.
And we're going to make everybody really mad about it.
Which, but see, I kind of understood it because, look at what was going on in Soul Calibur 4.
Yeah.
They had literally forgotten what the point of it even was. Because it was like, oh, suddenly there's this guy that can use both weapons at the same time.
Who made them to begin with, I guess.
Right. And we've never heard of him because reasons.
I think they vaguely mentioned the Hero King in Soul Calibur 2 or 3.
Maybe. Probably 2, because I never played that game and I don't ever remember hearing that particular plot point.
I can't even remember, it's been too long. I think when Soul Calibur 2 came out, I was 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
I
just remember I never got to play much of 2.
I bought the GameCube version because I was like, sweet, fucking Link is in this.
Mm-hmm. All I ever had access to was the PS2 version.
With Heihachi.
Yep,
For
Heihachi.
whatever reason.
Because Namco.
Pretty much. Well, at least it wasn't like the Xbox version was like Spawn.
Because reasons. Because Xbox is hardcore.
And Spawn is hardcore. Haven't you seen his movie? That came out at that point it was 3-4 years ago.
Oh, you have seen this movie? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I remember seeing Spawn.
It was an okay movie for a superhero movie at that point in time.
The HBO show was good.
Oh, I never got to see that.
Well, the cartoon was good, rather.
Yeah. I never got to see it.
Alright. Name, Li Long. Age, 24. Born October 23rd. Height, 168 centimeters. 5'5". He's almost shorter than Song Mina, actually. This dude's fucking short.
It's Wolverine.
Weight, 55 kilograms. Yeah, he's got Wolverine kind of sideburns. 55 kilograms.
He only weighed 121 pounds?
Well, he's supposed to be a fast fighter, I guess.
I guess.
Parents dead. Sister living. Name Mimi. Chie lover. Why does his girlfriend have a Japanese name?
Who knows?
Weapon, falcon, literally a bird. Style, matchless dragon bird. After the death of the great Irukute, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Irakute.
The Ming Dynasty suffered a plundering by southern Japanese pirates called the Wako. Or is that a W? I can't tell. Wako. Yes, it is Wako. The Emperor finally took action and sent Li Long to assassinate the leader of the pirates. The secret mission also included an order to retrieve the valiant sword's soul edge. However, the assassin, Li Long, did not care about soul edge. Taking advantage of war-torn Japan, he decided to not only target the Wako leader, but also the Daimyo feudal lords. This action was, of course, outside the limits of his mission, but he had no doubts as to its success. His iron will would see him through. However, man is not made of iron. Obviously. His attack on the head of a powerful family in Hansho went awry, leaving him badly wounded. Fortunately for him, he was rescued by a beautiful girl named Chie. Well, I guess that explains why. Oh, there we go.
She is Japanese, that's why.
Chie was a daughter of the innkeeper Yahei. As a child, she was traumatized by her mother's death and lost her ability to speak. Even without words, Chie is capable of understanding people's sorrow. She devoted herself to the care of the wounded man. Li Long gradually opened his heart to Chie, and the two began to love each other. Li Long stayed with Chie, even after his injuries healed. But destiny did not treat him kindly. While he was away, a fight broke out at the inn. In the confusion, his lover was thought to have been killed. And he was all like, who? Who did this, and why? Other than the fact that a fight kind of randomly broke out. The wounded Yehe told the grief-stricken Li Long that a wandering swordsman had started it and fled. Eyewitnesses thought thought it might be the lone swordsman Heishiro Mitsurugi. However, Mitsurugi... Yeah, we think it was this guy that is known to fight people, the strongest guys.
Mm-hmm.
However, Mitsurugi was not the only swordsman wandering the land. When I find out who did this, I will show them no mercy.
I will show them no mercy.
Remorse-filled Li Long until he had a revelation. I will not rest until I hunt down every single source. What a lofty goal. My girlfriend might be...
kind of like Siegfried's I'm going to kill the guy that killed my father.
Well, see, that kind of makes more sense. He killed his own dad and they just lost it. Li Long's like, somebody grievously wounded my girlfriend. I'm going to find every single swordsman.
Yep.
Li Long discovered that Heishiro Mitsurugi was searching for Soul Edge and decided to follow him. Wait, they forgot the quotations, opening quotations. If I find Soul Edge first, Mitsurugi will come to me and his death. If Mitsurugi is not Chie's murderer, I'll just continue hunting criminal swordsmen. I will also have the sword for Urukate. So all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I suppose I'll do my job too. Li Long started to pack up for a journey to trace Mitsurugi, hoping to take revenge for his dead lover Chie. Starting in Japan, at a shrine full of demons. And apparently Mitsurugi...
Well, he's in Japan. That makes sense, at least.
And I guess Mitsurugi just kind of announced his plans to fight demons at the shrine?
Sure.
We're making a lot of leaps here.
Yep. Game's not even trying.
Li Long decided to ambush Mitsurugi at the shrine, but the samurai did not appear. Where can he be? Wait. Suddenly, Li Long realized he wasn't alone. Someone's coming. Could it be? He reached for his nunchuck in anticipation. Nope, it's rock. Again.
Versus rock. Fight.
Of course it's rock. Who else would be in the shrine? It's Guardian? Nope, Taki's elsewhere, doing other things.
Not being good at her job.
Pretty much.
The grueling battle ended with the victory of
She
Li
can't
Long.
do... seriously, she's trying to protect the shrine. She manages not to do that. She's a ninja. She's supposed to be stealthy. She fails at that. So, what exactly is she good at?
I guess fighting people directly?
Evidently.
All of a sudden a power bomb out of nowhere.
By God, he broke him in half.
My God, Jerry.
The grueling
No,
battle ended
no, don't do that.
of Li Long.
Don't do that.
Don't do it, Cat. He has a family. It turns out this was a real slobber knocker.
Worst. Oh, God. So that was the worst JR I've ever heard, seriously. I don't think I could do any better, but that was the worst. That's why I don't do it.
Li Long defeated the demon rock and seized his weapon. He modified it to make it a new weapon. The poisoned... Wait.
What?
How did that happen? Sweet, I have this axe. I'm going to turn it into some nunchucks.
Magic. It's kind of like that one... You remember Dead Rising?
Yes.
And how you could, like, put weapons together? That's what I'm thinking of here.
The only way this could have worked is if he, like, snapped off, like, the pointy ends and then just attached them to some sticks.
And even then, that doesn't make any sense because the blades are too small for that.
And Too straight.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sitting here imagining him sitting at a bench, just he's got duct tape and not much else, just done.
Oh, that reminds me. One of these days I'll have to get around to playing Dead Rising 3. Someday.
Yeah, I kind of don't own an Xbox, so
Not yet, you don't.
I don't know when I will.
I believe in you. I believe you will someday. Deep down in
Yeah,
my
like
heart.
at the end of its cycle, maybe.
Until something really, really good comes out and you can't resist the siren song anymore.
Well, there was one game that looked kind of interesting on it called Scalebound.
And that got delayed.
Say what?
That got delayed till next year, I think.
Yep.
Because Platinum Games is making a game about a dude from the present and a dragon, I guess. I don't know, it looks good, so I'll probably pick it up.
Yeah, I would probably get it if I had an Xbox. Which, like I said, I may or may not by that point in time.
Watch Namco come out and be like, Soul Calibur 6 or Soul Calibur 5, not shit edition. Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think that would. I still don't think that would get my attention. And plus, they'd probably put it on the PlayStation anyway.
Yeah, that would work, because, I mean, Japanese game on the Xbox.
Dude, did you hear? Like, EA was talking about some of their sales stuff, and they accidentally let slip how many, how many of one specific system was sold. So now you could tell, based on that, how many games from the Xbox and how many games from the PlayStation were sold. Which neither one of them really ever wants to tell you how much they sold.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like really, really like embarrassingly low. So
I
for
believe
the Xbox, I mean, it's just like I said, to me, it's like kind of sad because the Xbox was a system that I supported for a good long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that I didn't, there were really only two reasons why I didn't buy an Xbox. One was nobody else wanted one because they completely screwed up their marketing. And the other reason was because at that time there was nothing on it that I wanted to get. Like that I had to get the system for. Nothing exclusive, you know?
And then Capcom was like, Street Fighter 4, or Street Fighter 5, PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, that was kind of a big blow to it. But they just, I feel like they had something going. They had that whole, they wanted to make it so that all the digital and the CDs were basically the same. They wanted a system that was basically like Steam works now. And the only reason that they wouldn't trust it is because they would trust Steam with that stuff, but they, Valve with that, but they won't trust, Microsoft with that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, given what I see now, is kind of funny, but still.
Yes. I can't remember what the new CEO, Phil Spencer, that's his name. The new Xbox CEO is actually much better than the last two guys we had,
Yeah.
but not high bars to reach.
Yeah. But I just feel like they had a decent enough idea that they could have, like, maybe finished, but then they didn't, and they just kind of threw it all out and gave up on it. That was kind of silly.
Threw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah, exactly.
Mitsurugi had already left this place and has gone to the new continent. I have no business here anymore, Li Long said. Li Long took the weapon Titan from the armory. The swordsman in the suit of armor blocked his way. It was like, I saw you take that. Come with me. You are under arrest. Li Long raised his weapon and entered the fighting stance. Wait, why was Siegfried in what? Why was he in Japan? Why was he,
Because reasons.
I guess he's guarding the castle.
Yeah, but why is he guarding a Japanese castle and not the German one he's normally found at?
He hasn't gone to Germany yet, or gone back to Germany.
I guess.
First, Siegfried fight.
I mean, they did technically explain it, but still.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No, even though they explained it, it still doesn't make any sense.
I got bodied right at the end.
Battle ends with the victory of Siegfried. You lose.
No one can stop me.
You know, Siegfried reminds me of that one boss in Time Crisis 1. The guy who starts the whole plot, not Wild Dog, but the other guy, the guy with the knives.
I don't really remember because I never actually played very much of the first one. 2 was the one that I played most of. Was he in 2?
Nope, he died in 1.
Okay.
I think he was the second to the last boss. You could probably just go look up the opening demo thing on YouTube.
And see his name? Yeah. I'll look at that later.
Li Long quickly defeated Siegfried, and with his titan, he left the castle and escaped his pursuers. A few days later, Li Long boarded a ship for his home country in pursuit of Mitsurugi.
And see, I'm just imagining a question mark on the screen every time you say Li Long.
Blah blah blah. River. Li Long.
Back to the river.
Yep. This time he got his own raft with blackjack. No hookers, because he's all about his dead girlfriend. Li Long burned with vengeful thoughts, concluding that Mitsurugi would have to pass this main section of the river on his travels. Li Long had never seen Mitsurugi's face. It was impossible for him to recognize the samurai, but Li Long, with his iron will, had no doubts that he could find his enemy. I'll attack every swordsman traveling on this river. And then he fights nothing but women.
Oh boy.
I will fight all of the swords people. I should do that with a D&D character someday.
What?
The party meets him he jumps off a bridge, lands on a raft, is like, give me your weapons. And then when he loses, he'll just dive into the river and be like, whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, you could have like a whole segment of the game based around that. He'll basically be like, what's that guy's name in Mega Man X5 and 6? That
Dynamo?
just kind of randomly attacks. Huh?
Dynamo?
Yeah, I think it was Dynamo. He was just random mid-boss guy, just pop up for no reason.
Just showed up at the beginning of the game, was like, I'm going to crash this space colony. And then I'll be in the rest of the game somewhere.
I'm just attacking. Why?
Because reasons.
It's magic. I don't need to explain it.
So everybody was joking that I should play Dragon's Crown on the show.
Oh yeah?
Probably not going to happen.
No, probably not. I don't know. I'd be okay with it, but I don't know how well it would work. You'd have to just do a recording if we were gonna, because that could be played online.
Li Long?
I would not be opposed to it, at least.
I would enjoy playing it, but it's been a long time since I played it.
Yeah.
Li Long fought several swordsmen, but Mitsurugi did not appear. He crafted the weapon seized from swordsmen on the river and made Phoenix, a new nunchaku with shackle attached.
With shackle attached.
Burly, beefy men with beards and big-breasted, buxom sorceresses.
Yes.
Frustrated by Mitsurugi's absence, he left the gorge. With the weapons he just modified at his workbench again.
I said I don't understand why it was a joke to play Dragon's Crown, because that's, like I said, it's not like the best game or whatever, but it's all right.
I think we were just we were cracking wise about the George Kamatani's stylized artwork.
Stylized. That's a pretty charitable way of putting it, but yeah.
Well, a lot of his stuff is good. It's just he has a particular style, and he doesn't really drift away from it.
Yeah, and I mean, overall, I thought, like, at least the character art and stuff, it's really exaggerated, but it's good. Mm-hmm. But it's the problem for me comes in the middle art for everything. There's some pretty some pretty dodgy stuff in there. But I actually don't mind like the Amazon. I think that looks fine, even though it's like it's incredibly hilariously exaggerated.
Mm-hmm. Or at least that particular piece of artwork is.
Yeah.
Because she looks fine in other art.
Right. Well, I'm mostly, like I said, my problem with the art in the game mostly comes at the mid, the cutscene pictures, basically. That's where I have a problem.
Hyper exaggerated.
Oh yeah.
There is a desert area in the Central Asia. For people who travel across the continent avoiding the dangerous sea route, this desert is the most dangerous part of the overland route. Except for the ruin of an ancient Chinese fortress, the area is barren. And suddenly, what do you want from me? The man addressed Li Long. His height and size were the same as Mitsurugi's, but this was not him. He was no Japanese samurai. You are not who I thought you were. Li Long readied his nunchucks, stepped closer, and was like, okay, well, let's fight.
Fight!
I'll do one fight, and if I win, well, great. If I don't, next time on Radical Bromance.
Huh.
First, Huang Song fight.
Oh god, we're juggles?
Yep. Nope. Too slow.
You're too slow. Now, if anybody was good for juggles, it was probably Li Long.
Yeah.
Then I would actually say really more like I don't know. I guess I'm still equating his style with being like Maxi's, where Maxi was way more about juggles.
Yeah, I did it.
Good job.
It only took one go. Amazing.
Yep.
It's like, okay, round 2. And then he just got some pieces of metal.
And made a weapon out of them, of course.
No, he just found some pointy pieces of metal and tied them together. It's like, perfect. I call this Steel Dragon.
Again, with the duct tape.
Yeah. Li Long defeated Hong Song Kyung, seized his weapon, Steel Dragon, and a map of the world. So, this game.
What you're saying is he didn't have a map before now?
Just fucking wandering Eurasia. Like Siegfried.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to have to go back to Ryoga, rather.
Anyway, next time on Radical Bromance, probably finish Li Long, and then I have like 2-3 people left, and I'm done.
Yep. You should just start picking out some pictures for all of those. And just call it good, since you know what you have left.
Oh, I've got pictures ready for a bunch of them already.
Oh, okay.
I know I've got one. I've got one for Huang and one for Valdo ready. And well, obviously I'm not doing Mitsurugi's because that shit's way too difficult.
Yep.
So I'll have to do one for Songmina too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I still feel like you could still do one with the drawn picture, because you've already done that.
I could, but that I gotta stick with the theme. I'm committed.
That's what I'm saying. You've already broken the theme. That's what I'm saying.
Only because I had to.
You've already done it, though. That's what I'm saying.
I spent 2 hours in Photoshop trying to get that looking how I wanted to. It's like, I cannot do this.
Oh, okay. That's what you basically, your problem isn't that you've broken the theme. The problem is that you couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, it's beyond my skill level.
Okay.
Anyway, next time on Radical Bromance, more Soul Edges, and more Li Long.
Yep.
Probably.